Hey everyone, how's it going? Fausto here. As you can see, my setting is a bit different this time around. I'm actually doing a research internship in New York for my PhD in Boston. Really liking the city. Everyone's been super nice, and if you're watching from New York, shout out to you. Today, what I wanted to talk about for my little late night lab anecdote is kind of the main difference I'm seeing about how companies react to our main sources of outreach. So there's two ways that we do outreach for sort of business development purposes. One is when we get a invention disclosure from the professor describing the technology. It's usually very technical, very hefty. So what we do actually is we translate that document into more colloquial English, and then we really shorten it. So it's only about 2 paragraphs. We then get to post it on this site called Impart, where every company basically gets to see all the newer technologies that are coming out from universities, and they can read about them through the little write-ups that we make. The other way is we send emails directly to companies that we think might be interested. So we just kind of try to cold call on these different VPs or directors or business development people, so to try to really gain some traction that way. When I've realized that when people reach out because they've seen the write-up, they're usually a lot more excited and a lot more kind of hyperactive to get things going and up and running, as opposed to when we're doing the ones doing the emailing to try to reach out to people. It turns out that oftentimes you get no response, or it's very, very slow, or, it kind of trudges along. So I've learned from my experience almost a year now as a CRI specialist, time flies, that it's really important to spend a good amount of time on that write-up, because if you can generate a very informative piece that's short and brief, but also kind of has a very enthusiastic sort of voicing to it, it can really get companies that read it, and companies do read it, get them really interested and excited about technology. And then when they reach out to you, communications work a lot better. A lot of the deals that were kind of closer to closing are actually because the companies reached out to us because they were interested in the write-ups that we wrote. So that was my little anecdote for tonight. I hope that everyone's doing well, and I have no outro, so I'll just see you next time. All right, bye guys.